Hello, and welcome to HorrorconUK Presents Something Wicked. My name is Ben Wilkinson, and I'm the film programmer for the event. I wanted to tell you about some of the films we've got lined up so you can get the most out of the weekend and come along and see some fantastic films that have come from us from around the world. This year we've grouped our films into themes, or chapters. That way, if you wanted to take into gothic horror, we've got you covered. Or if vampires are your thing, we've got some great films for you to watch. Let's take a look at what we're showing. Our first chapter is entitled The Gothic Nightmare. Channeling the works of Lovecraft and Poe, these films are equally creepy as they are beautiful to look at. From the UK, we've got Cecilia, a fascinatingly nuanced film that delves into the power of faith as a young girl is drawn in by mysterious dark forces. From the Czech Republic, we're screening Psychopompos, a Lovecraftian tale that evokes all the best elements of the Gothic novel: class struggle, mortality, and of course, werewolves. If you're into monsters, we've got a trio of truly creepy creature features from Poland, Spain and the UK. In the first film in our chapter, Paralysis, a young girl struggles to understand what is dream and what is reality as darkness descends in on her in this strikingly quiet but intensely effective film. From Spain, we have Saturn Through the Telescope, which brings together the fear and innocence of youth and throws them into a disturbing nightmare. Our last film in this chapter is A Doll Distorted, another entry from the UK, a brilliantly nightmarish look at loneliness and the lengths we go to for companionship.
This is it. I'll smile at him, tell him that I love him, and he'll say the same. And this time I won't just see him for an hour, I'll see him forever. But then class would come and I couldn't raise a word to you.
Next, we'll be screening the latest in the Dark Ditties Present series from our friends at Cult Screenings, Finders Keepers. If you've caught any of the Dark Ditties series or saw the offer at last year's event, you'll appreciate the balance of dark humour and twisted storytelling that these guys create to complement their fantastic documentary work.
I'm not having it, Barry. All you had to do was put a tenner in each way. But no, not you, eh? Not bloody you!
I lost it, Roy. You know how I am these days. It's just something I can't cope with. It's like, I've lost it, you see. 1 minute, it were in my pocket, and the next second it were gone. I reckon some young one must have pickpocketed me. Saw an old fella and thought, I'll have him. Bloody thieves there are around here. I'm a victim, me. I should report it to the police.
Give over, you crafty bleeder. The only person on that number 9 to book is that'd nick out is Blind Dave. And he's doing a 6-month stretch for nicking diesel. And you didn't lose it either.
How dare you? If there's one thing people know about me round here, it's that my word is my bond.
Oh, is that right?
The third chapter is entitled The Twisted Nightmare and features a duo of tales that call into question our own sanity. From the UK, Girl with a Scar expertly combines animation and live action to relay the story of a self-harming goth girl whose psychological trauma seems to bleed into her reality. In Destination Reached, a policeman investigates a call from an old cinema in this thoroughly eerie thriller from the Netherlands. Our next chapter is entitled The Warped Reality Nightmare. It features a set of films that position stories in worlds outside of what we know as our reality. In Bitch, Blood and Popcorn, a popcorn bar is turned into bloody chaos following the arrival of two strangers. This film is a colourful mashup of fantastic visual storytelling and sharp-witted dialogue. From the US, we have Hot Dog, a magnificently surreal mix of humour and horror surrounding a police officer who is about to have a very strange day. Our final film in this chapter is entitled Drops and comes to us from Spain. A visually arresting piece that riffs on the best work of Argento and Polanski. If you're into vampires, then we have three films that form our blood-sucking chapter. From the UK, Once Bitten is an excellent mix of fang-in-cheek horror and bloodthirsty gore, featuring an excellent turn by modern-day scream queen Lauren Ashley Carter. Next up, we have local filmmaker Mel Goulet's follow-up to last year's film Flow, entitled Blood Bank. If you've ever wondered how vampires source ethical blood, this film will show you how. Finally, we have Night Owls from Spain, a fantastic neo-noir vampire film that has won multiple awards from around the world, and it's easy to see why. We're inviting Cult Screenings back for a second day to screen their extended trailer of one of their latest documentaries, Pennywise, the story of it. Gary, Neil and Adam have got some great stories about their work on documentaries and some of the stars that they've met along the way, and they'll be sharing these with us as part of a Q&A session.
And I said, these are your future finest? And then he looked around and he winked at me and he said, we can flunk them out after 3 weeks.
I think I understand, sir.
And I said, what if they wanted to become cops? And that night I wrote a 2-page story called Police Academy.
You've got a bunch of underdogs that there's no way that they're going to succeed, and yet somehow that they do.
Doing a comedy about the police. I mean, who knew? Who would think of that? Somebody did.
Our final chapter is entitled The Cerebral Nightmare and features films that slowly creep up in your brain, flooding them with nightmarish images. The Chairman is a look at the dark world of corporate greed, media, thrown in with a bit of the supernatural. If you've ever wondered what would happen if Paul Verhoeven and David Cronenberg made a film together, The Chairman is an incredible tale that combines the best elements of both those directors. Finally, we have one of my favourite films, Disposition, a hauntingly beautiful story of a girl stuck by depression and the extreme effects it has on her mind. That rounds off the preview of the films we have for the weekend. We hope you take some time to come and see some of the great work we've got screening and meet some of the filmmakers that will be in attendance. I'll see you there.